Hello everyone, myself Pranay Sarkar and you are watching ChemPro YouTube channel. Please watch the complete video and don't skip. I promise you will get extra and learn the topic like never before. Today our topic is crop fragmentation. Then let's start. Crop fragmentation. This is a very important fragmentation reaction for CSIR NET and GATE examination. So for crop fragmentation, the substrate should be a conformationally locked 1,3 difunctionalized system. This is a 1,3 difunctionalized conformationally locked system where the substituent should be electron donating group and the good leaving group. So here the electron donating group will donate the electron to the sigma star antibonding orbital, and makes this bond very weak, this CC bond very weak, okay, and this will break up, okay. So for this reaction we need a strong base like NaH and tertiary butoxide, etc. So now the important point is the CC bond, that is this bond, this CC bond, and the CX bond, that is this CX bond, must be anti-periplanar to each other. And if these bonds are not anti-periplanar, that is in syn position, then no fragmentation will occur, okay. So let's check the mechanism first. This is a 1,3 difunctionalized system, and if we use a NaH base, then it will take up this hydrogen and makes the oxygen negative. And after the simultaneous reaction, that is the breaking of this CC bond and this CX bond due to the donation of this negative charge, we can get this alkene, and if we write it like a linear structure, then we can get this product, okay. So here is an example. So this is a transdecalene system and we use a tertiary butoxide as base, okay. If we write this structure like a chair form, then we can easily see that the CC bond and the CX bond are not in anti-periplanar position, they are syn to each other. So here no fragmentation will occur, So here the base will take up this hydrogen and makes the product like this, and if the base takes up this hydrogen, then it will give this product, and in between these two products we can easily say this is the major product, because this product has more substitution, okay. The next example is also a transdecalene system, and the hydrogen and the OTS are cis to each other, and if we write this planar structure into a chair form, then we can get that this CC bond and CX bond are in anti-periplanar to each other, and after crop fragmentation we can get this E-alkene, okay. Now next is cis-decalene, and the hydrogen and the OTS are trans to each other. So we can write this cis-decalene like this, but here here the CC bond, here the CC bond and the OTS, here the CC bond, this CC bond and OTS are sent to each other in this configuration or conformation. So we can just write this conformation into this, okay? And here we can find the CC bond and the CX bond anti-periplanar to each other, and after the simultaneous mechanism we can get this Z alkene. Okay, this is the mechanism and we can get the Z alkene. The next example is also a cis decalin, but the hydrogen and OTS has the cis configuration to each other. Okay, and after converting this planar structure into the chair conformation, we can get that the CC bond and the CX bond are anti-periplanar to each other, and after the mechanism, the simultaneous process, we can get this E alkene. Okay, so the next example is also a cis decalin, but the hydrogen and OTS are trans to each other. Then if we convert this planar structure into this chair conformation, we can find that the CC bond and the CX bond are, sorry, this is the CC bond and this is a CX bond. These bonds are syn to each other or cis to each other. So we have to convert this chair conformation into this chair conformation, and we can find that this CC bond and this CX bond are anti-periplanar to each other, and after the mechanism, the simultaneous mechanism, we can get this Z conformation. Okay, so now we can just have the tricks. So if the leaving group and the adjacent ring conjunction group are cis to each other, then we can easily say that the alkene should be a E alkene or must be a E alkene. And if the leaving group and the adjacent ring conjunction group are trans to each other, then the alkene must be a Z alkene. So here is some example that here H and OTS are cis to each other, but the alkene or the product is an E alkene. Okay, but if the H and OTS are trans to each other, then this is a Z alkene. Okay, this is a Z alkene. This is a short trick. If this leaving group and the ring conjunction group are cis to each other, then the alkene must be E alkene, and if these are trans to each other, then the alkene must be the Z alkene. Okay, so let's check the next example. This is a very easy example. That is, this is a 1,3 difunctionalized conformationally locked system. NME2 and OTS are the electron donating group and the leaving group respectively. So we just convert this planar structure into this chair conformation, and after doing this we can see that the CX bond, this CC bond and the CX bond are anti-periplanar to each other, and after the mechanism we can get this product, and if we work up this process with H2O, then the NME2 plus will convert into a C double bond or keto group, and we can have this aldehyde product. But the scenario will be completely changed if we have this system. In the previous example, the NME2 and the OTS are both these both are in the above the plane. But if we get this NME2 at the above the plane and OTS at below the plane, then the scenario will be changed. So from this reaction, we can only have the 11% of the fragmentation product, and other part will be the elimination product. So this is the stable chair conformation of this reactant. And if the base will take up the H1, then we can get this elimination product, and if the base takes up the H2, then we can get this elimination product. But this conformation sometimes convert to this conformation also. Sometimes in this conformation also, that is 11% of the time. So when this conformation will convert in this conformation, we can get the fragmentation product according to this mechanism. Okay. So next, this is a very, very important example from the book Caruthers. Okay. So nowadays, this is a trend that the examples from the Caruthers or the Claydon, the examiner just directly asks the questions from Caruthers and Claydon in the CSIR net and GATE examination. Okay, so we should check this example and the mechanism also. So here is a system, and we can find a 1,3 difunctionalized system from this given substrate. Here this is the electron donating group, and this is the leaving group. Okay, so in this part the Groff fragmentation will occur, and we just get this product, and after using MELI and TSCL pyridine, we can get this product, and after using NaH, we can get this product. So we just let's check the mechanism. So we can write this like this chair conformation, that is, here is the electron donating group, that is OH, and here is the X, these two. Okay, so from this part we can get the fragmentation. So if the NaOH takes up the proton, then the OH will convert into the O negative, and after doing the simultaneous process, the CC bond and the CX bond will break, and we can get this product. Okay, so after getting this product, we can just write this product like this, and then Me minus or methyl minus will attack the ketonic carbon or C, and after this we can get a alcohol like this. Okay, then we have to see here that this alcohol is a 2-degree alcohol, and this alcohol is a 3-degree alcohol. Okay, so using the TSCL in pyridine, this is a tosylation reaction, and we already know that the 2-degree alcohol are very much reactive than the 3-degree alcohol in the tosylation reaction. So the 2-degree alcohol will convert into OTS. Okay, that is a leaving group. So after doing the Groff fragmentation reaction or using the strong base like NaH, we can get another Groff fragmentation and we can get this product also. This product, finally we can get this product. So here it is a 1,3 difunctionalized system. Okay, this is X and this is electron donating group, that is OH, and this is a ring conjunction. So using the trick that the ring conjunction group, that is CH2, Me and OTS, are syn to each other, so the resultant alkene or the product alkene should be a E alkene. So from this we can easily say that this is a E alkene. Okay, this is a E alkene. So we just made this product by using only the trick. Okay, now this is a very important example also, very important example. Okay, so this is the given substrate and NaH is the reagent. So we can have this or this two possibility of the product. The mechanism is very simple. The base will take up the proton and the negative charge will make it a double bond, and this CC bond will break along with this CX bond and the alkene will form. So here the X, here the AX, the leaving group, and the ring conjunction group are cis to each other, So the resultant or the alkene in the product should be a E alkene. So if we take this product, then it is E alkene, and if we take this product, then it is also an E alkene. But problem is that the position of the methyl group, so the methyl group will be syn to this carbon or anti to this carbon. Okay, so for this we should just this carbon, this carbon, and here this carbon, the methyl group should be syn to that carbon or trans to that carbon. So for finding that part we should check the mechanism first. So we can write the substrate like this chair form, and after the mechanism this NaH will take up this proton, and then the negative charge of the oxygen will make this C double bond O, and this CC bond will break along with the CX bond, and we can get this product, and this is a E alkene because the X and the ring conjunction group are cis to each other. So this is this is a E alkene. Okay, so this is a E alkene. Okay, this is a E alkene. This is a trans alkene or E alkene. Okay, now the point is that the methyl group is syn to this carbon, so the correct product is this. Okay, so this reaction is not possible, or the product is not the right one. So this is the right product. Okay, this is the right product, and this is the mechanism. Very important reaction. We can find the configuration of the alkene, that is Z or E, but we should go through the mechanism for the position of the methyl group. Okay, thanks for watching the complete video. If you really enjoyed, please like the video and subscribe the channel to motivate me. and hit the bell icon to get all the notifications. And if you have any suggestion or query, please comment down below.